Hi everybody, it's David Porter. A few quick thoughts on how to reduce your risk of becoming a crime victim. That is, violent crime, property crime. First, don't buy drugs. Don't sell drugs. Do not be unfaithful to your girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband, lover, whoever it is you're intimate with. Do not run your mouth to strangers or go out of your way to be disrespectful to people, especially strangers. Do not associate with habitual criminals or people who buy drugs, sell drugs, step out on their lover, or are in the habit of running their mouth and disrespecting strangers. Do not buy things unless you're buying it from a store. Because when you buy a lawnmower, chainsaw, big screen TV, whatever, from your cousin's neighbor's friend or some other 3 times removed individual or twice removed individual that you hardly know, you are probably buying stolen property. Or they come back to you the next day and tell you that you still owe them money, or you realize you bought something which doesn't function, so you demand your money back. This is how drama starts. This creates unnecessary conflict. You can greatly reduce your chances of becoming a crime victim by not engaging in certain behaviors. It is not so much where you live, what city you live in, or what part of the city you live in. It is, how do you conduct yourself day to day? How do you act? What choices do you make? How do you treat other people? These factors will determine more than where you live in whether or not you're going to become a crime victim. Because many victims of crime are much more participants. And I realize that you're not supposed to say that, because it might hurt someone's feelings, because it sounds like I'm blaming the victim. There is a difference between a victim, a participant, and a predator. A victim is, you're walking down the street minding your own business. You're sitting in your living room watching your big screen TV and minding your own business, and someone kicks the door in. It's a home invasion, or you come back and you find your home burglarized, or you are randomly assaulted. A lot of crime is not random. The victim has been chosen very carefully because they look and act like a victim. They have been chosen because they have offended or wronged someone, and they have gone out of their way to do so. They have done it repeatedly. There are many more participants than victims. Something else to consider. Now back to the city you live in. There are of course cities that have a much higher crime rate than others. Of course there are. And within each city, town, urban area, whatever, you are going to have pockets where the crime rate is much higher. It's very misleading to say that a given urban area is high crime. More specifically, specific parts of the urban area are high crime, some more so than others. And you also have to define what crime is. Are we talking about cars being broken into, or people getting murdered? I almost said whacked. I'm not supposed to say whacked. I'm supposed to say homicide. Whatever. In other words, they got whacked. So you have to define what crime is. And you will be very well armed with this knowledge when you know which cities have more violent crime and property crime, when you know what part of the city has the most violent crime and property crime, and when you recognize what behaviors increase your risk, you have taken a great deal of control over the situation, and now you can make choices to greatly reduce and minimize your risk of criminal victimization. Example, Chicago. Great place for hot dogs and deep dish pan pizza. Arguably the best hot dogs and deep dish pan pizza in the entire world. It is a city with a very bad reputation because of the multiple homicides that occur there. It seems like every day, and you'll have weekends where you will have 10 to 20 people shot dead. It would lead you to believe Chicago is this terrible place. You stay out of certain areas of Chicago. You stay out of those areas at night. If you must go to those areas of Chicago at night, do not buy drugs or sell drugs. Do not mouth off to people and disrespect people. Do not walk down the street counting a wad of cash. Do not stare aggressively at people or leer at women when their boyfriend is standing right there, boyfriend, husband, brother, whoever is standing right there. And do not go out of your way to insult people. Have some manners. You bump into someone, excuse me, you look at somebody, give them the nod and wave if they start looking back. Good manners are very, very important. Good manners save lives. Your own behavior and your own choices are critical in determining whether or not you become a victim of crime. Do not go on Facebook or Twitter or other social media. Hi everybody, how do you like my new original $300,000 painting? By I don't know who, Da Vinci, Rembrandt, Michelangelo, whoever, whatever. I don't know anything about art. Hey, here's my new high-end electronic device, my 12-foot long plasma screen TV with giant bass speakers. Here's my oh, do you like these new Spanish doubloons that I just bought? They're currently valued at $3,000 each, and here's how many I bought. And oh, here's my safe. Here's my secret place where I hide them. Okay, people go on social media and do things like that. I'm not exaggerating by much. Then comes the good part. Hi everybody, I got my new job and here are the hours I work. Hi everybody, I'm going away on vacation for this long and here's when I'm coming back. Guess what? The bad guys can get into your social media account even if you don't invite them and see all of this stuff. And you're going to come back home to an empty house where even the rugs have been ripped up and the ice cube trays in the refrigerator have been removed, along with your painting, high-end electronics, and gold coins. It's not necessary. It doesn't have to happen. You've got to know there are people out there who are predatory. There are people out there who constantly look for opportunities to get something they have not earned and to victimize and harm other people. Recognize that fact and take reasonable precautions. Everyone, those are my thoughts on this topic. Feel free to leave something in the comment section and please hit subscribe. Be safe.